Hai, selamat pagi. Terima kasih telah hadir bersama saya lagi. And I'm so happy that you're here with me again. Saya harap Anda bisa menikmati ini podcast saya hari ini. I love this background music. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining me back again here in Leadership 365. Bonjour à tous, merci beaucoup d'avoir écouté ici avec moi. And buenos días, you guys. Gracias por estar aquí conmigo hoy. Espero que disfrutes de mi podcast. Muchas gracias por escucharme aquí conmigo. Good morning. Thank you for being here with me again. And I just want to, come in here to share with you my thoughts with the news that really, let me just turn this down a little bit here. The news that we just heard from our 47th president just yesterday. Actually, I want to just get on the podcast, but I was still having this sore throat, unfortunately. I've been trying to recover this for over a week now. Then I just wanted to get to the microphone so fast and to share with you my thoughts on this new, one of the new things that our 47th president had announced. This is about Stargate AI Infrastructure Project. So hang with me here a little bit for the next 15-20 minutes. I'm going to try to make it short as much as I can to speak today. I'm just so happy that I can get back again to the microphone this morning. So thank you so much for joining with us here at Leadership 365, you guys. So thank you so much. Welcome back to another episode of Leadership 365. I am your host, and today we're trying to get into this groundbreaking initiative that has the potential to redefine technology. And yes, infrastructure in America, United States of America, the Stargate AI Infrastructure Project. And here's the kicker. And I had to kind of listen to it twice again. It's like, are you sure? Yes, it is. It is a $500 billion project. This massive $500 billion private sector initiative was announced by President Donald Trump in his very first day back in office in January 21. That's right. This was one of his administration top priorities, emphasizing his vision to cement America's dominance in artificial intelligence, AI, and technological innovation. And we're going to explore what the Stargate project entails, because I'm also so interested personally when it comes to innovation, obviously, of course, why it was prioritized so early and what it means for the future of AI, the economy, and yes, global leadership. That's why I want to cover this episode, this segment with that. Whether you're a tech enthusiast, business leader yourself, or simply curious, this episode will give you plenty to think about. And that is a self-note to myself. So let's start. Let's start with what is Stargate Project, with what the Stargate AI Infrastructure Project actually is. Stargate, the spell, I have to spell this correctly. I know a lot of misspell out there. Stargate, Stargate. And it was unveiled on January 21, yesterday, the day President Trump returned to office on his first day. This initiative is a massive collaboration, yes, massive collaboration between three major players: OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. And I'm going to break it down underneath that too, who they are, who's who. The project's goal is to build 20 state-of-the-art data centers across the United States, and each sprawling over 500,000 square feet. And these facilities will be the backbone of cutting-edge AI research and applications, ensuring that the U.S. remains not other foreign country, I know President Trump was mentioning it, China remains, U.S. remains at the forefront of AI. The investment is staggering $100 billion in the first phase, scaling up to $500 billion by 2029, you guys. And the benefits extend far beyond tech innovation, as you can imagine. Stargate, like you said, write that word down, because it's going to be somewhere, something that you're going to be hearing more often, is projected to create over 100,000 jobs, offering opportunities in construction, engineering, yay, and AI-driven industries, while boosting local economies across the country. This is what exactly the U.S. needs right now to boost the economy. Announcing such a monumental initiative on a day one signals just how high the stakes are. Yes, indeed. So the global AI race is on. Game is on. And the U.S. is making it clear that it intends to lead globally. Of course, yes. Why was this project announced so early in Trump's new term? Great question, Nicky. One major reason is the global AI race, as we already know. Countries like China are investing heavily, as we already know, in AI to dominate the industry by the end of the decade. But Trump has expressed deep concerns about AI technology and data being exported or exploited by foreign nations, specifically China. So Trump emphasized that Stargate project is designed to ensure AI advancement to stay here within our soil, the U.S. So in his own words, I want to share this quote that he stated. Hang on, let me just find this really quickly here. We cannot allow our most critical technology to be controlled or stolen by nations that do not share our values. Stargate, therefore, is not just an investment in our infrastructure, it's an investment in our future as a nation. That's his own words, Trump's words. This project also represents a political statement. Announcing Stargate on day one sets a tone for Trump's administration, a focus on economic growth, innovation, and making the U.S. a leader in global technology. So finally, this initiative isn't just about tech leadership. It's about leveraging AI to tackle real-world problems, from improving supply chain resilience to enhancing healthcare systems. All right, let's take a pause here, and I want to cover a little bit more about Stargate. I'm back, and it is just an exciting era, and I think everybody knows that, and we're going to kind of tone it down a little bit here in the background. Yes, one of the most exciting aspects of Stargate is its economic potential. The construction of 20 massive data centers, get excited guys, doesn't just mean technological advancement. It's also a major boost for the economy. Just think about that a little bit deeper. Stargate is expected to create over 100,000 jobs, indeed. Many of them in fields like construction, logistics, IT, information technology, and cybersecurity. Of course, it comes with the territory, the security part of it. Local economies will benefit too, as communities sees increased demand for services, housing, and other local businesses will be impacted. This kind of oh god. Oh, goodness. This kind of, all excitement, this kind of investment isn't just about short-term gains, you guys. By making the U.S. a hub for AI development, Stargate is likely to attract further investment from global tech leaders. It's a clear message to the world. America is serious about leading the future of AI. Now I'm going to repeat that. The USA is serious about leading the future of AI, and we're keeping it here in our soil. So, ethical and leadership challenges, here we go. Of course, any initiative of any scale, of this scale particularly, brings challenges indeed, especially when it comes to ethics and leadership. So AI has enormous potential. We already know that and agree on, but it also raises questions about privacy, accountability, and fairness. How do we ensure data privacy while building systems that require massive amounts of just information? How do we prevent bias in AI algorithms? Always the question to ask. And how do we make sure AI is used responsibly, of course, especially in sensitive areas like surveillance or defense? These are tough questions. While the leaders of Stargate, Sam Altman, Ellison, and Son, have emphasized their commitment to ethical AI, right? These issues cannot be addressed without strong leadership and transparency. As Trump noted in the announcement, he said, with great power comes great responsibility. I love that quote. We must ensure AI is a force for good, not a tool for exploitation or harm. Absolutely. So the global implications on this. Globally, the Stargate project sends a powerful message. The U.S. is not just participating in the AI race, it's aiming to lead it. But what does this mean for other countries? Will projects like Stargate foster global collaboration, partnership, any of that? Or will they deepen rivalries between nations? And very interesting questions, right? And what role will international organizations play in ensuring AI is developed responsibly on global scale? These are the questions are more relevant than ever as, the world navigates the balance between, competition and cooperation in the AI space, in AI community. The Stargate project has the potential to set that global standard, but only if it's handled wisely and accountably. So, as we wrap up, because that's all I have to say right now, I know there's much more to talk about, and this is just the initial conversation that I want to share with you all. And while I still have my voice to share with you all, I just want to get to the microphone this morning. So as we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect. The Stargate AI Infrastructure Project definitely represents a bold vision, one that combines innovation, economic growth, and strategic leadership. Announcing this initiative on the very first day in office wasn't just symbolic. It was a strategic decision rooted in urgency and global competition, and say, hey, we're leading this, and we're taking this seriously. And we're not allowing the negative impact to this, and we're going to take this lead. However, with great ambition comes great responsibility. The success of this project will depend on how well it addresses ethical concerns, manages competition, collaboration, and delivers tangible benefits for all Americans, not just for those in tech hubs, but all Americans that's impacting to this project. Oh, excuse me. So, as leaders, whether in politics, business, or technology, we must constantly ask ourselves these questions. Are we building systems that empower and protect humanity? Or are we creating tools that serve only to select a few? Right? So that's great questions, Nicky. And here's my final personal thoughts. As I reflect on the scope of this Stargate project, I'm just struck by the sheer magnitude of this initiative as I'm thinking about it last night, as I was going to sleep. And I'm like, this is interesting. I was sharing this whole thing with my son, who happens to be in a robotic engineer space. And we were like having, conversation about this. And also my sister, actually, my older sister, who is in engineering aspect data on a data I can say data analytic. Why can I say that word? You know what I'm trying to say, as much as I can spell it out too. She's on the AI space as well. So, it's an alignment what she's in, and we were conversing really briefly about this project. So I have my final thoughts on this, my personal thoughts on this. I reflected this, and I go, not just in scale, but it's in the whole purpose of this. This is huge. It's massive. The ambition to lead a global AI race while addressing the pressing ethical and security concerns showcase a strategic approach to innovation. But I'm thinking it's not just about technology, it's about leadership. I mean, it's huge. In a world increasingly defined by AI, we as leaders must ensure that innovation uplifts humanity. That's where I come in, not exploits it. As President Trump said, we cannot allow our most critical technology to be controlled or stolen by nations that do not share our values. So let's take a step back and ask ourselves, some of the questions then. Are we creating a legacy of empowerment and progress, or are we merely chasing dominance? Because in leadership, true success lies not just in winning the race, but in shaping the future responsibly. All right, that is it for me, and I'm sealing it closed for this segment. And there are more to come on this project, on this topic, when it comes impacts on leadership as well. So thank you guys for joining me on Leadership 365. Until next time, stay bold, stay curious, and keep leading with intention. So guys, thank you for joining me again today. If you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to subscribe, share, and yes, please do leave a review. I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to reach out with comments or just questions. Until next time, stay curious, stay informed, keep leading with purpose. Until then, this is Nicky there. Thank you for joining me again today. God bless. Gracias por escuchar mi podcast hoy. También gracias por pasar tiempo conmigo hoy. And terima kasih telah mendengarkan podcast saya hari ini again. Meluangkan waktu bersamaku hari ini. Until next time, Nicky there signing off. Follow and connect with me on LinkedIn and YouTube and X. Check out some of my published books on Amazon. Hope can bring some values, because that's most important for all of us, for you and your team. God bless. Take best care of yourself. Bye now.